live in a world that rewards constant thinking and overworking. Yes, we. A silent struggle. A silent struggle that has been imposed and normalized by society. Yet, society's demand for more output and more overwork has made us feel less alive. It has quietly exhausted us. This is where the solution comes in, where well being itself has become an act of rebellion, where society's demand for riddled, imbalanced, and obfuscated thought doesn't show existence, but taking charge of your wellness does. Hi, my name is Naveen Ramakrishnan, and I'm here to show you that while we've been conditioned into believing that overworking, overstimulating, and submitting to the suffocating pressures of society seem to envelop our existence, it's in fact learning how to be well, improving mentally and emotionally, which is what allows us to stay alive. Again, we live in a world where mental struggle is not only expected, but rewarded. Some may say to think is to be, but surrounded by screens, algorithms, and opinions, I sometimes wonder, if thinking proves we exist, why does it so often make us feel less alive? I felt this quite recently, burdened by the inability to manage both my studies and extracurriculars, which left a somewhat allergic reaction with myself. I still feel the scars of the stress I'd held that day. I will remember waking up every other day with the weight of a bowling ball on my head and white-hot needles snaking through it. The productivity, they said, that would make me feel alive was in fact slowly burning me. Such is the fact for many students of this age. A mark no longer set to succeed, but to survive systems set by the same society, where the mark is held higher than their own well-being. So let me ask you this. Is life just this silent despair? I grappled with this thought for a while. I refused to believe that all my work was to this despair, what it sounded to me. Yet everywhere I looked, they kept telling me that productivity was this virtue. But sooner or later, I learned that emotional instability is not weakness. It's proof, data to oneself on areas of recovery and growth. The American Psychological Association found results that even a few minutes of mindful meditation and body awareness led to significant boosts in one's focus and lowered stress hormones. This showed that it was not reciprocating it with rapidly flooding your systems with overstimulation. It was contingency with calm stress. This showed that well-being is the essence of modern equilibrium. It's not hearing it and suppressing it, it's listening and acting upon it. Well, the World Health Organization warns that social media overuse is harmful. But we all know this. I had to leave all my links in social media to try and be productive in my work, which ironically led to significant improvements in my mental health, happiness, and severe anxiety. I'm telling you, these platforms thrive on instability. The more you react, the longer we stay. But psychology gives us this quiet form of solution, rebellion, the silent science of well-being. Emotional management allows us to defy, to curate healthy habits which allow us to maintain a successful life. Students who were learned in managing their emotions held less stress and made better decisions. This allowed them to see that they get to choose what moved them instead of being moved by everything around them. They found that emotional stability was not being numb, it was being free. Nobel Prize winning absurdist Albert Camus said life is absurd. That the search for meaning in life will result in emptiness. He compared it famously to the myth of Sisyphus, the man destined to roll a boulder up a hill for eternity. To which he famously said, "One must imagine Sisyphus happy." Happy. To him, his answer wasn't despair. It was being alive. It was living when the world made no sense. For us, rebellion isn't pushing boulders up hills. It's about refusing to participate in a world which profits from our exhaustion. To make sure our struggle is heard, our sufferings and feelings made clear. To show that not thought proves existence, but living fully, well-being and wellness to show existence. Enhancing this well-being just as Camus intended, the modern rebellion. I saw my own rebellion from my past. My grandparents, who escaped financial struggle not through following the sold plans that were given to everybody, but by doing jobs that people didn't admire nor recommended. They did this by defying the enforced definition of what success was, by taking an unusual, quiet rebellion against society, against the systems of overwork. This, again, ironically, led to a significant move or jump in where success was defined within them. They escaped the traps that overwork held for the people normally. They found their own modern rebellion. I feel, therefore I am alive. I hear, therefore I'm free. I breathe, therefore I'm well. Maybe that's what the modern rebellion truly is. Not to think, but to be emotionally free through resistance. Not to call well-being a silent science or a struggle, but a silent rebellion. A rebellion of awareness, a rebellion of inner peace, and at its foremost, a rebellion of well-being. Thank you.